I'm back with another tutorial, and today I'll be showing you how to do the most natural, simple, quick makeup. Okay, this is when you want to look really polished and cute and you only have 5 minutes to spare. So if that's you want to keep watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Okay, let's get right into it. First things first, begin by using an SPF. The one that I like to use is Ulta MD. You can get this on Amazon. It's really good. You want to pick yourself up one of these. Every woman should be wearing, every person should be wearing SPF every day. Next thing I'm going to be doing is my eyebrows. And the first thing I'm going to do is just brush my eyebrows up in an upward direction, up and around, just like the way your eyebrow hairs grow. And the goal here is to just follow the natural shape of the brow. Hopefully you have your eyebrows waxed or threaded so that it's super easy for you. Okay. And the brow pencil I'm going to be using today is the Decay Brow Blade. I really like this one. And this one is shade Cool Cookie. So it's like, I really like this one because it's like a soft brown. It gets the job done without looking too harsh on your eyebrows. And also you want to probably, I don't have any hair on right this section, so I'm just wiping this region out. You want to make sure that by your brow is not slippery because this will prevent the eyebrow pencil from working really well. Okay, all right, so basically what I'm going to be doing here is focusing on following the natural brow shape and just filling in exactly where I don't have hair or where I have a bit of sparsity. So as you can see, I don't really have a tail, so my focus will be to create a tail. So I'm just going in and creating tiny strokes towards the end of the tail. Now the important thing here is to understand how to shape your brows, the shape of the brow. If you have issues with this, you can literally just get a brow stencil. Let me show what I mean. You can grab a brow stencil. This one is from Mad Love. You can get them on Amazon. And if you literally don't know how to shape your brows, this is really, really great. Because as we said, when you don't have a lot of time, you know what I mean? You're not trying to be learning all this stuff from scratch because it takes a bit of artistry and practice. So just get a brow stencil and you just follow. You just stick it on your eyebrow and you just follow the shape. Okay, so as you can see, I was able to build my brow, the end of my brow, and as I have that, I'm just going to brush through the front of the brow. The front of the brow should always be the region where you go in lightly with your pencil because you don't want the front to come out looking too harsh and unnatural. Okay, so I'm just going to go in the front and gently just create some eyebrow strokes going upward. Gently, okay guys, and then you just brush it out. It's very important. Try not to use an eyebrow pencil that's super dark. It should just be right for your eyebrow hairs. Okay, it should just match the color of your eyebrow hair. So that's what we have going on there. The next thing you want to do is going with a bit of brow gel, and this is just going to set our eyebrows into place so that they don't move, and it's also going to fluff up your eyebrow hairs so they look really natural. And that's the look that we're going for. That when you're done, you can gently use your hand and just kind of press down the front a bit to like make the eyebrow hairs pop out a bit more, make them look more defined and fluffy. Okay, like that. Okay, so now this part, if you're really super beginner, you might want to skip, but I recommend it, especially if your eyebrows, you didn't do them so nicely and they need a bit of cleaning up. I want you to grab a concealer that matches your skin tone or your foundation if you don't have that. And this is my concealer that matches my skin tone. It's shade number 9 in KKAÖ Beauty Skin Essential Concealer, and it's my favorite concealer because it looks like skin, it's hydrating, and when it dries down long wearing. Okay, so I'm just gonna grab a bit of that, get some on a little lip brush like this, you see? A little lip brush, and you just want to get a bit right underneath the arch of your brow. This is going to give your face a lift and it's going to neaten up your brows because I know what it's like. I remember when I was a beginner, my brows wouldn't look so neat. So this is a concealer trick, really helps. And the key here is to just not use too much concealer and make sure that the concealer matches your skin, because if it looks too light, you will not be happy. And then I'm just taking any type of fluffy brush that you have, nothing crazy, okay? And you just blend away what's underneath your brow. If you don't have a brush that looks like this, don't worry. You can just use your fingers and drag it down like that. Okay, cool. So now that we have our eyebrows done, we're gonna grab our primer and you're gonna apply some like this on our cheeks. And what this is gonna do is help to smooth and blur the face. This one is from Smashbox, I really like it. It smooths and blurs your skin to make your makeup come out looking more flawless, and I love the texture of it. It's really nice and it really helps to keep your makeup in place as a primer. So definitely want to try that, especially if you have big pores and if you're going for that smooth look. Okay, now that you have that, I just want you to go in and add a tad bit of concealer where you have your acne scars. I'm not trying to do too much. I'm not trying to apply too much makeup on my face. If you like the foundation look, you can go ahead and apply foundation, but I'm just applying concealer where I need it, and I'm just going to let it dry down a bit. You must always make it dry down a bit so that when you're blending it, it doesn't lift off and reveal the acne scars that you tried to cover, okay? So now to have that, I'm just going to grab, oh yeah, this concealer is the same one. This is the Skin Essential Concealer from KKAÖ Beauty in shade number 9. It matches my skin, okay? So we're gonna let that dry down a tad bit. Okay, so while we let that concealer dry down a bit on our face, okay, we're gonna go in with a concealer that is, you can use a concealer that just literally matches your under eye region if you like the natural shade of your under eye. So this one is shade number 5. This is just a tad bit lighter than my foundation color, and I'm applying this to the center of my face to brighten up my face and give us that cute polished look that we're going for. Okay, so here's the trick though. We only need a dot like this. You see that? You literally do not need more than that. Trust me, I got you on this. I know this is different from what I usually do, but this we're only doing a dot there, and we're gonna get some down the nose bridge like this. Give us that polished highlight effect. See? You can get some on the chin. We're gonna get a tad bit right here, and that's it. And this is shade number 5 in the KKAÖ Beauty Skin Essential Concealer. We're gonna make that also dry down a bit, okay? So now that we've applied that, our concealer should be dry down enough for us to go ahead and blend. So I'm just going to grab this little brush here from Real Techniques, and I'm just going to start patting around. Always pat out the edges of the concealer first. That's how you do it. Always blend out the edges. You don't want to just go directly in the center, because when you start blending directly in the center, sometimes it will go ahead and lift off the concealer. So you want to start blending out the edges first. And when you feel that everything is dried, when you see that everything is drying into place and it's setting into place, then you can go ahead and tap the center just to get a nice overall seamless blend with your skin. And now I'm just going over everywhere, but please take your time when doing this. Right, so say if you wanted to apply foundation over your face, you can grab a brush like this. This is a foundation brush. So you just grab a bit of concealer, do it like this, and just blend it out like this. So that's how you do it if you want more coverage, okay? Pat. The patting will give you a bit of coverage. Makeup is so easy and fun. I'm just gonna get whatever left on my brush on my forehead. I don't really like a super heavy forehead foundation look, okay? If you want, you can apply more. I'm keeping it natural, so that's the look I am going for, okay? So now we have that, we can go ahead and blend out our under eye concealer. Now to blend out under eye concealer, I got this brush. It's from BK Beauty. It's called the Angie Hot and Flashy brush, and I like it. It's really good for blending out concealer, but we're gonna start by blending out the chin. So as usual, we're gonna blend out the edges first, okay? Then when you finish blending out the edges, then you can go to the center. Then I'm gonna blend out the line of my nose, and don't worry if the line spreads a bit, that's okay. But try to keep it in the center of the nose as much as possible. But as I said, if it spreads, don't go crazy. That's fine, okay? So like this, and you can bring whatever excess in the center of your forehead. Then we're gonna bring this under our eyes, and we're gonna blend out the edge right here, like this. As I'm blending out the edge, I'm just bringing the product up by the side of the eye. And what I like about brushes over sponges in this instant is that the brushes gives you maximum coverage, so you really don't need a lot of product. Look at that. That's such a beautiful natural blend. It just gave me, you know, it just cleaned me up a tad bit, and that's the look that I'm going for today, okay? So now we have that. Like, that literally is so pretty. Like, it doesn't even look like I'm wearing much makeup. I love that look. So I'm just taking whatever excess is on my brush, I'm just bringing it around my nose. And that's why it's important to use a tad bit of concealer so that you can get this similar look, okay? All right, so now I'm going to set my under eyes, and to do that, I'm going to be using Sweet Honey from Onesize Beauty. And this is a setting powder. Okay, so you have 3 options here. If you have dry skin, you can use a brush. You can use a brush that looks like this, okay, to set your under eye. And if your under eyes are not super dry and you want more of a flawless look, you can use a sponge or a powder puff. Now I'm trying to find okay, so I'm in a hurry. I cannot find my powder puff, but the technique is the same. You're just gonna grab a bit of setting powder on a sponge or a powder puff. Same technique, okay guys? Just trust me here. And you wanna pat away the excess because we don't want it to come out looking too cakey. Like, literally do this in the middle of your hand and then you can just go under your eyes and just pat it in really well. And the patting it in is going to set it into place so that it doesn't get extremely creasy throughout the day and transfer from your face to your cell phone or whatever, okay? And that's how I set it, like that. I'm just going to get some on my chin, get some above my lip. On my nose, make sure to set your entire nose with the setting powder. And you want to use a setting powder that is close to your skin. So if you want help with that, you can go to Sephora or your local makeup store, like an actual makeup store, and get help with that. But all these websites have shade guides, okay? There we go. Just do that. That's what that looks like. I look crazy, but just the process. Now I'm gonna bronze my face. And to bronze my face, I'm gonna use the KKAÖ Beauty Artist Essential Powder Palette because it has these beautiful warm colors and it will be quick and easy for me to set the rest of my face. So now I'm just going to grab a fluffy brush like this, any brush that kind of looks like this, or a powder brush, some sort of a powder brush. And if you have anything that looks like one of these, it will work, okay? Then I'm going to go right into these two colors here. Okay, what I love about this palette, it has a lot of shades for one color, so you can literally just mix and try, and they're not super heavy, so you won't mess up. If you try a little bit and you find it is too light, just try something darker. Like if you try something and it is too dark, you can just go a little lighter. It won't really create a big significant look. You have to use a lot of powder for it to really show. So that's what I love about it. It's very buildable. It doesn't just go on like one big blotch of like heavy color. You see? Like look, I'm going lightly with my forehead with a little bit, and you see that's the type of coverage. So this is really, really great for beginners, and you can use it to touch up your makeup. You can use it for your under eye if you want. You can use it to clean up, to help you blend, as eyeshadow, contour, whatever you want. Okay, so this is what I'm doing here. I am bringing this on my cheeks like this. This is bronzing my face, a little on my forehead right here, and a little right here by the side of my chin to give me that snatched chin look that I like this. So that's the difference you see before and after. So easy. And I'm just going to be grabbing a smaller brush. So any brush that looks like this, kind of long, like an eyeshadow brush, like an eyeshadow blending brush, something that's kind of long and kind of narrow, kind of fluffy. Yeah, anything like this like that. I'm just going to go into a color that looks like this for my nose contour, because it has more of a contour looking shade. So I'm just going to do it like this. And I don't want it too heavy either, so nothing crazy, okay? So just like this. And that's it for nose contour. You can even bring some on your eyelids if you want that look. And that's super simple. 1, 2, 3, we're done with that. Then the next thing we're gonna do is add some blush. And for blush, we're gonna be using the KKAÖ Beauty Bar Blush Palette. Love this. And today I'll be using that peachy color right here. I'm mixing the peachy and the pinky today actually. Let's mix them together. I'm just gonna apply it right here above where we put the bronzer, okay? And for a bit of bronzer, you can apply this color here, straight on your cheekbones, directly on your cheekbones like this, just to give you more of a bronzy look, okay? If that's the look you're going for. Okay, so now I'm gonna add a bit of highlighter on my nose bridge. And I really like that look because it's just gonna give you a nice little glow and just really bring back shape to your nose bridge. Okay, then I'm gonna go in with the Charlotte Tilbery Airbrush Finish Spray, and this is just gonna give radiance back to our skin. It smells so good. It's gonna give a very nice natural radiant look. If you have oily skin, do not use too much because you will be upset, okay? So don't overdo this thing if you have oily skin. This is for the people who have dry skin or who like a more natural or dewy finish. You don't have to do this. If you have oily or combination skin, I'm going to show you what spray you can use. So we have to make sure this dries a bit. As you guys can see, setting spray is a magic wand to bring back that beautiful radiant look to your skin. This is what you've been missing, okay? Okay, so you see the sheen that brings to our face. But one thing is that you have to use a good amount of spray and you have to dry it down properly. Otherwise, it can make your makeup separate up a lot, okay? So make sure you dry it down properly. The next thing I'm going to do is lips. So for my lips today, I'm going to be using the KKAÖ Beauty Sexy Lip Liner in the shade Beautiful Badass. And I'm just going to line my lips. For my top lip, I like a slightly overlined look. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. And I'm just going right by my Cupid's bow and overlining just in that region. And when I'm done, I'm just gonna bring it down the sides like I normally would on the actual lip line, okay? And from my bottom lip, I'm just going to draw on the lip line. That should look something like this. So pretty. I like to make sure to press it down like this to make sure that it kind of like dries and sits on my lips so that it lasts a good amount of time. Then I'm gonna go in with a pink lip gloss, and this one is my favorite. It's called Rich Girl from KKAÖ Beauty. So pretty. I'm just gonna apply it like this. It's like a very translucent pinky color. See? That's what that looks like. I am obsessed. It's so pretty, guys. Gotta get yourself some KKAÖ Beauty. And then, oh my god, look at my skin, guys. Do you see the sheen on my skin? It's just really giving. Next thing I'm gonna do is just apply a spray that will keep my makeup into place all day. And this is the Onesize Until Dawn spray. I'm just gonna do this. Because even though it's natural and minimalistic, we need it to last all day. And lastly, we're gonna go in with a bit of mascara. No, so for mascara, I have a little trick. You don't have to do this if you have a lot of time, but I like to use a lash primer, and this is the MAC Falls Lash Maximizer. It literally is like a lash primer. It coats your lash, and what it does, it's going to make your lashes appear thicker and a bit longer. So if you want to go for that doll-like type of mascara look, you can try this. If you already have super long lashes and thick lashes, don't do it because it will look very spiderish. So yeah, to have that, I'm just gonna grab my favorite mascara. This is from MAC. It is called the Black Stack Mascara, and it's waterproof. I always use a waterproof mascara because I don't like when my mascara drains through the day. Try not to get it too close to the skin because it will mess up your skin, okay? There we go. And you can just apply some at the tip of the top of your lashes like so. I'm just gonna get a bit of the shimmery thing at the front of my eye because that's really cute. And that is the final look. I hope you guys really enjoyed this quick, polished, simple, minimalistic makeup look. Please go ahead and comment, like, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. And look forward to seeing you soon in my other videos. Bye! Mwah.